But for the paper, I knew they would say, and I knew by the looks on their faces. Niggas mad cause I did what they wouldn't do, say what I couldn't do. Look, bitch, I made it, I made it. Came a long way from the basement. Body on me, I ain't playing, y'all. These niggas ain't playing fair. If I would've known better, I'd do better. Took some mess and I learned from a new level. Bought some new shovels and some new stressors, and I'm ready for war like whoever. They counted me out, I can't count it all. Cause little nigga, I ball. I put them points on the board every time that I shoot, I'ma score, and you know I'm a dog. I'm really appalled, don't need no applause. I know I'm a legend, my name on the wall. First record with platinum, my second with gold. Did it independent, no deal at all. And they said it's impossible. Got them high cause I did them without them though. I'm the same nigga slept on the carpet floor. Even back then I knew that I'd be poppin', so I really ain't trippin'. I swear I ain't trippin'. I got in my feelings and got me a million. Couple people I thought would be with me, but they not, so it's fuck all them niggas. And then you next.
What's good? What's going on with everybody, man? Hotep Shalom, checking in. What's up with you, man? What's going on? Man, my intention is not to be real long, but very, very quick today, right? Of course, we had a short boxing weekend, and of course, I'm really just catching up and making sure that I get a chance to elaborate on what I thought about this weekend fights. Definitely was some good fights to me. We had Mbili Mason, who I've always talked about, who's definitely one of my favorite prospects and one of my favorite fighters right now, currently today. I also think that I believe that he beat some of the top guys right now. I also believe that he beat some of the top contenders right now. Unfortunately, right now, Mbili Mason, young. He's very, very young. He just turned 20 years old, right? I remember when he came into the game at 18 years old. Fighting. That was 2 years ago, and I've been yelling at Mbili Mason. Been saying that he's one of those guys, he's one of those ones. Well, he definitely is going to be stepping up, but it won't be in 2024, right? It won't be in 2024. He will definitely have I want to say maybe one last fight coming up here shortly. And it's going to be an 8-rounder. If you listen to the interview that he did before the fight, right, you listen to his interview, which was very, very intriguing because it gave you a chance to, hear his side of the story and see what he had to say to the fans and, how well he's picking up what's going on in his boxing career. So for me to hear that, I'm not too enthusiastic, but I will say that he's still currently one of my favorite fighters, young favorite fighters. Definitely support him. He should and possibly will win the award this year, right? Best prospect. I mean, name one prospect right now who's hotter than Mbili Mason, right? Joseph Townsend in the building. Was good with you. Hello, world. What's good? What's up? So, name one guy right now who's hotter than Mbili Mason. I've been saying Mbili Mason for 2 years. Y'all know, for the ones who've been over here with me, I've been saying his name for a very long time now. So I'm looking forward to it, to see what he do. I'm still not too keen or too kind on him taking, another 8-rounder because I believe that he can step it up right now. But it may not even be him. It may be top rank, right? And people, I'm starting to hear people say, when Mbili Mason get to fight some of these other guys fight. One of my guys, and he definitely cool, definitely cool in my books. He said, man, if he fought the same guy who, what's his name, Keyshawn Davis just fought, you see how easy to be then. I mean, personally, if he did fight the same guy that Keyshawn Davis fought, I personally think that he stops the guy who Keyshawn Davis just fought. I remember Keyshawn Davis said that, Mbili Mason, he stopped some of the top guys. I almost wanted to reply back and say, shit, I actually think he beats you. Mbili Mason is just that special. And it's not about what I've seen him do like you guys have seen him done publicly. It's about what I've seen privately for me. The same thing I tell you guys about Javante Tank Davis. Uh, some of you roll around here, scroll around here, and I get it. I get it. That's because you don't know. But I've personally had to tell people my experience hanging around Tank, being around Tank, seeing him train, seeing him spar some of the guys that he sparred before. I keep telling people he's that guy, right? He's that guy. It's same with Abdullah Mason. I believe that he's that guy, right? Um, I'm still looking forward to seeing him grow, continue to watch him grow. Uh, I seen somebody recently say that, he couldn't make weight. No, that's how they weigh in. He's a Muslim. I forget the name of the type of, I'm not going to say skirt because that'll be disrespectful, but the blanket that he had around his body at weigh-in time. I forget what you call that as a Muslim, but he had one of those on. Master Musa Lifestyle checking in. What's up with you, man? Hello, world. What's happening? Yeah, so that was magnificent. Christian and Billy, man. Christian and Billy. I'm not, like I say, I'm not too high on Christian and Billy. Don't get me wrong. I believe that he's a phenomenal fighter. I'm just not too high on him, and that's okay. And I've said this before. Every fighter that someone else may like or say, every fighter that everybody else hype up, I don't see what the hype is about, right? And when it comes to Christian and Billy, I literally don't see what the hype is about. He has ton of flaws, but what fighter don't have ton of flaws? Um, he is young. He is strong. I do definitely see that he's heavy-handed, right? I see all those things. He holds a lot of different intangibles, right? But I'm just not sold on him, and that's okay because I'm not taking away from nothing from him. He had a great dancing partner in Sergey Deverenchenko, right? Who also just fought Magia, who also have Charlos and some other guys. Like Derevyanchenko has been through some wars. He's been through some wars, and he always get the shit end of the stick when he is in the title fight. Something always happens to him when he's at a title fight, and I just really hate that for him. I really do. But nevertheless, he did. For some sport parts in the fight, did look good. But he definitely did show that he's tough, he's durable, and he still can go make, maybe one or two fights against one of the young guns and make some decent money. He can still make some decent money. So he has nothing to hang his head down about. I seen the little clip with him and the referee or how he urged his arm and things of that nature. It happens. It is what it is. It is what it is. The biggest news of the day, of course, Turki Alalshikh, Uncle Turki. Uncle Turki announced his card today, the Beterbiev card. He also announced that Shakur Stevenson will be on the card. But I did post a video. I did drop a video on that card coming up as well. So you can definitely go check that out. Kondo, what's good with you? Hello, world, what's happening? Right? So the Bivol and Beterbiev card, right? The co-main event, you will have Shakur Stevenson, which is why I have him on the thumbnail. I've been hearing so much about Shakur Stevenson, people not happy with his last performance. Then it went from people not happy with his last performance to I want you to fight. He need to fight Tank. Now, I was talking to my guy Du earlier, my guy Du, and I was telling him, I said, bro, one thing I don't understand is why people pick and choose when they want to support somebody, especially in the sport of boxing. Just last 2 weeks ago, maybe a month ago, when Shakur Stevenson fought, all of y'all, all of you guys, it may not be nobody who's live right now with me, but it may be somebody who's listening, right? Who's listening that has no business over here. But what I want to say is this. People talk so crazy to and about Shakur Stevenson saying that he's a boring fighter and things of that nature. Has he had a lackadaisical performance? Absolutely. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat the shit when he has, right? But his last outing wasn't bad. It wasn't magnificent either, but it wasn't bad. I will say this: Shakur Stevenson in that last fight, he left a lot of meat on the bones. If that makes sense, all right? He left a lot of meat on the bones. His granddaddy gave him the recipe. He was trying to tell him how to finish cooking the recipe, right? To only find out that Andre Ward and Bud Crawford was literally saying the same thing that his grandfather was saying. But that's neither here or there. My whole thing is this: you guys say that Shakur Stevenson is boring. You go at him, you talk shit about him via Twitter, things of that nature, till he ain't Tank decking him. He need to fight Tank. Which one is it? You don't support Shakur, or you do support Shakur, right? And then in the same breath, you don't want to see Shakur fight. Y'all don't want to see him running this, and third, but you want him to fight Tank. I don't get that. Where's the analogy with that? I don't get that. So now we got people mad because Shakur Stevenson and Tank is not fighting after the whole world just said they don't want to see Shakur fight anymore. So that's why I say, man, it's one of those things where it's damn if you do and fuck if you don't. Because Shakur Stevenson, like I said before, did he leave some meat on his meat on the bone in the last fight? Absolutely, he did. He left some meat on the bone, but it wasn't a spectacular performance, but it was definitely not bad at all. Definitely wasn't bad. He beat on a wounded dog. That's basically what it was. He just couldn't finish the job. And that's okay because it happens. Turki Alalshikh, on the opposite hand, hey, he's ready to mix business. He's ready to get down. He's ready for the bag. So on that card, he's dropping the Beterbiev. He's back already. It was crazy. Beterbiev is back. He's already back, and he just had an MCL, not sprain, but he just got his MCL fixed. How in the world is he back already? I have no clue. Maybe he's shooting up, or whatever the case is. But that runs a little level part of concern for me, just because I understand that what's at stake, especially getting in the ring with a guy like Beterbiev, right? Who can, for the most part, we see him crack. So you got Beterbiev and Bivol, right? Then of course you got Shakur Stevenson and Joe Cordina. That's who you see on the left hand side, Joe Cordina. I'm gonna just say this about Joe Cordina. Many people is sleeping on Joe Cordina in this fight. Many people are sleeping on Joe Cordina in this fight. Many people may look at his last fight and say, "Oh well, he fight at 130. He's weight drained, and this, and the third." But Joe Cordina, he doesn't been in a lot of tough fights with a lot of amateur experience, right? Same thing with Shakur Stevenson. Tough fights, well, somewhat tough fights, and he got a lot of amateur experience as well. But at the same time, Joe Cordina does as well. And Joe Cordina is not one of those guys who's going to come lay down, right? And he's coming up in weight, so he definitely will be full of nutrients coming into Shakur Stevenson weight class. And I don't think that this fight is going to be easy for Shakur. I don't think it's going to be easy. Is there some things that Joe Cordina could do to negate what Shakur Stevenson does? Absolutely. I've seen him do it. Shakur Stevenson, of course, is going to keep Bay. I don't think he wants to feel Joe Cordina power, especially a Joe Cordina at a healthy weight class now that he's moving up. So I want to see how this fight happens. I mean, it's not happens, but I want to see how this fight explore and take off during the middle rounds. I want to see what happens. So I cannot wait for this fight. Me personally, I'm not a big Shakur Stevenson fan, but I'm yet a hater either, because I definitely want to see this fight. Also on this card with Turki Alalshikh put together, right? You also have Chris Eubanks Jr. Chris Eubanks Jr. is back in the building. ATL unanimous boxing was good. Chris Eubanks Jr. is back in the building as well. So he definitely going to be looking to make some noise. He's fighting Kamel Zameda. So that's going to be a firework fight. And another heavyweight that everybody's looking to see is damn Fabio Worley. Fabio Worley, on the other hand, he's been making a lot of noise coming up from the other side of the pond, right? He's been making a lot of noise. He's going to be facing off against Frazier Clark, right? Then you got Jay Opatia. So Opatia, however you want to pronounce it. You got Jack Massey. That's going to be a great card. Another, I won't call him a prospect. Maybe you should call him a prospect, is Ben Whitaker. Ben Whitaker, he's fighting Leon Cameron. Ben Whitaker has been he's been all over TikTok. He's been all over Instagram and things of that nature because, of course, everybody likes his style. He's dancing. He's moving, in the ring, having fun with it. The old Roy Jones Jr. style, I guess you could say. But, people are taking notice of Ben Whitaker. People starting to take notice of him. You also got Turkey digging into the women's division. In the women's division, you got Sky Nicholson. She's fighting Raven Chapman. And, of course, you got Muhammad Akamal versus Jesus Gonzalez. So, man, I'm just looking forward to that card coming up. That's going to be in October. Unfortunately, you're going to have some more cards. You got one in September with Canelo Alvarez. I actually I believe that Tank may be back maybe sometime in November, right? Maybe sometime in November. It's going to be a couple other cards. You got some key fights from Top Rank that's going to be in November as well. So, Focus Ball, what's good, bro? What's good? So you got some other fights coming up that I'm looking forward to. I probably got maybe 3 or 4 fight cards to go to before the year is out, and I'll solidify what I want to accomplish for this year, especially in boxing. Although I have not been going live, just started going back live, and it's my second week back. But man, my intention was to not stay on here long. Just give a brief detail of what I thought about this past weekend, and of course the upcoming fight, Shakur Stevenson being featured on Turki Alalshikh card. I was supposed to have Bread Man on today, but we had some time differentials, so hopefully we can get Bread Man back in here tomorrow. And I believe that we can get Bread Man back in here tomorrow. He's in Vegas, so it's a little time difference right now. So and I know he's in count with White Chocolate, who I call Caleb Plant. No, he's in count with him. So yeah, hopefully we can get him on tomorrow, man, and chop it up, because I got a lot of questions to ask him, not about Caleb, but just about boxing in general, that I believe that you guys might want to hear. But with that being said, guys, that's my time for today, and I'm out. Love, peace, happiness, and hello, world.
Before the paper, I knew they would say, and I knew by the looks on their faces. Niggas mad cause I did what they wouldn't do, say what I couldn't do. Look, bitch, I made it. I made it. Came a long way from the basement. Body on me, I ain't playing, y'all. These niggas ain't playing fair. If I would've known better, I'd do better. Took some mess and I learned from a new level. Bought some new shovels and some new stressors, and I'm ready for war like whoever. They counted me out, I can't count it all. Cause little nigga, I ball. I put them points on the board every time that I shoot, I'ma score, and you know I'm a dog. I'm really appalled, don't need no applause. I know I'm a legend, my name on the wall. First record with platinum, my second with gold. Did it independent, no deal at all. And they said it's impossible. Got them high cause I did them without them though. I'm the same nigga, slept on the carpet floor. Even back then I knew that I'd be poppin', so I really ain't trippin'. I swear I ain't trippin'. I got in my feelings and got me a million. Couple people I thought would be with me, but they not, so it's fuck all them niggas. And then you next.